Hey everyone, we're going to jump right in today and play the second leg of our knockout against Inter Milan, see if we can turn around our 2-0 deficit. Going in with pretty much our full strength team. Um, at right back, pretty much have a choice of two first choices. Going with Foster Mensah today just because Costas has a little bit of an injury that he should be able to play through, but since they're pretty even, just going the safer route. And otherwise, only change we're testing out in this match is testing out Bergman Johansson on this attack central midfield role and Limer moving over to Mazzala. When I played them together in this tactic before, I had it flipped, but just want to see how this plays for us. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. We're going straight in with our more attacking option. Just obviously need to turn around the deficit, so it seemed like the better way to go. And then we were also able to with our match lineup, rest some of our key players. We did get knocked out of the German Cup on penalties, but overall, we were able to get a good rotation so that we could come into this with our full strength and see what we can do. Like I said, pretty much the squad we would expect to see coming in. Not expecting real any changes from them either, and really pretty much the same squad that we faced the first time, same formation. Not great. Final ball there from Limer. I think you'd see him make some good passes out of that central midfield attack role, so kind of flipped him, and this doesn't pay off there. But in general, Bergman Johansson a little bit better finisher, so wanted to give him a chance to play in that role that will get him into the box more. Really get back and not get hit on the counter. It'll definitely overwhelming us in numbers, but good defense there early on. Seemed like only 10 minutes in, but so far we've had the better of the match. A little bit lucky there. That's really the danger of us playing more attacking, especially against a squad that has far more talent. There's a chance that we'll get caught out. Defense there, give up the corner, but letting the cross get through. Maybe a chance for us to hit the counter there, but maybe an area where in our set piece we should look to move Jovic up. I like having the taller central forward up to deal with the corner defensively, but maybe if he's making that run, get split the defense there since they really hadn't done a great job getting back and not. There's definitely space that we could have explored. It was offside anyway, but I think that's where maybe see if we need to adjust the direction, look for the instructions a little bit, see if we can get more balls like that, whether it's hitting early crosses or maybe to adjust the play a little bit wider, just to kind of try to pull those three center backs out a little bit wider. Right now, there is space if we can play these balls, but in general, there's not going to be a ton the way we're playing right now. Probably there's a chance to play more direct ball there. But great shot by Limer, very good save. With the short routine. So there's no space to really find a ball right now. And have players that can exploit the space if we can create some. I haven't been able to do After hits the post, not real tough angle there, but certainly one we would have liked to convert and get us going, put a little bit of pressure on. I think we've played well here, but save us there. In general, seems like we've played well, but clearly we need to turn around a deficit. We'd like to get a goal, at least one back in the first half before we get the pressure on. Great work. I don't think there's any question about offside there. And so Jovic gets this one back, and that time they show the replay here. And I think this was what I was talking about. There's not a ton of space here, but I think just did a great job working around in tight spaces too. Go back slightly here. It gets a really good play here. We have this run going in, and then pull Skriniar out of position. He comes up to take Jovic, which really creates all the space we need. Allows us really from that point on. They're really disorganized, and we get the first goal that we need. I was debating if we need to make a change, maybe go to a 4-2-3-1, but I think getting that one goal back and for the most part being in control of the match gives us a reason to stick with this formation for now. Hopefully be able to get the other goal. I think the tough part with the way Football Manager is here is, we played well in this match, done everything we can so far, but players are looking at it as we're still down 2-1. Ideally, the biggest thing here, especially early on, is we can't give up another goal to them to have to make up 2, but best way for us to do that is I think that's been offside. I think Lime will probably just barely leaked offside, and so I don't think that's going to be the very close. Looks like I counted it, so we're level at 2. I don't think there's any reason for us to make a change yet, or at all, to go more defensive and just try to make an extra time. We've been dominating the match, might as well see what we can do to turn this around. Very lucky there. That's a goal or opportunity that I think Eriksson probably finishes more often than not. He finished against us in the first leg. It's a good time to stop. I mean, we are getting a little bit lucky if we look at the XG, but these 2 yellow cards definitely worry me, but we don't really have anybody great to come off the bench here. We could flip Fosumensa over there, maybe change up our formation a little bit, let him get in the middle, and maybe that's what we will do since we debated Costas from the beginning anyway. Can play fullback on attack. Okay left foot, but yeah, I think we'll just keep him there. I don't want to change it up too much when we've been playing this well. And then outside of that, I mean, the front 3 are playing well. I think this flipping of roles has helped with Bergman, Johansson, Limer. I think this just suits their strengths better so far. I mean, only 11 finishing, but I think he just gets into positions better. Where Limer, it's only a 9 finishing. That Obviously doesn't always tell the story, and we have seen good offense from Lima, but this just has worked out well so far for us against a obviously strong opponent. Like the downside, well, one of the downsides of playing such a stronger opponent is they also truly have a better bench than we do. Puts us in a tough position if we do end up in extra time. About 10 minutes left, not much has happened. I mean, Matundo is the one who's struggling the most out of this front. Sane has been good for us recently, so I think eventually we'll take Luther off too, especially if we do end up in extra time. But let's see if he can make it through a little bit longer. We'll go ahead, a few minutes left, see if we can sneak it in. We'll get Velasco in there for Luther, see if he can create something for us in these last few minutes before. And that's the biggest downside of that switch is just Velasco really doesn't offer much of anything in the air for us. That's a position where, I mean, it does put the pressure on for them to have to go back to goal, but they don't want Bergman Johansson really pressing there because up until then, there's really no opportunities for them to create an opportunity. Now they get the chance to switch field, and now we're in definitely a lot more danger here. Once got pulled way out of position. I think that would have been offside anyway, but definitely some left there for us. Maybe time for one more opportunity, but likely headed to left here. I think the last goal. Alright, so we'll head into extra time here. Definitely, we started beginning, especially of this leg, but even beginning of the first leg, I think getting to this point, definitely we would have taken. Definitely outshot them here. Had the better opportunities. Most of theirs, they've definitely had chances to make us pay and just haven't been able to get it on target. A few blocked opportunities, but I mean, in general, when we look here, we can see we've definitely been the stronger team. Just looking at the heat map, the average positions, most of their play has been out of the back. We've been really strong over on the right, so maybe that's something to try to exploit in the second half and focus there, but we did make the change to away from Matundo. But they've been pretty well contained in their own half. I don't think there's a reason to really make any big tactical changes here. We'll probably make our extra sub at some point, but overall, it came back from the deficit. No reason to make any drastic changes. Good job by Velasco there. And we get it back early, so a great goal to start off extra time for us. Only 25 seconds in, less than 25 seconds. Velasco does a great job on the press there. Really well played by them defensively. I was a little upset with them first giving that up so easily, but forces the turnover, and then comes an easy tap in for Jovic. I still think, maybe there's a case for us to go more defensive. Very, very lucky there. I was going to say maybe there's a case for us to go more defensive. I think maybe if we get in the second half of extra time, I'll look at that. Right now, we'd rather try to keep possession as much as possible and go more defensive as we get into that second half. Whether we get three at the back or we'll bring on a more defensive player. Obviously, if we can get a second goal, then I think we can get earlier. Just try to keep this lead. I don't want to just change to a more defensive tactic because that really didn't work for us at all against their setup in the first leg. So we'd rather try to, maybe just bring on maybe it's an extra central defender and just match up with them that way. That's someplace in general. I think our team is definitely lacking is when we can go find that good ball down the right there. We don't really have. Matunda's gotten better recently, has been in good form, but in general, we don't have anybody who's going to finish very often. Some of these opportunities off the post. Almost had our fourth of the day, and then another terrible turnover. Probably going short here. Can't find a throw for us. Alright, so in the second half of extra time, and this is, I'm gonna let this first highlight play out, make sure it doesn't change our approach, but if not, trouble if I bring on an extra central defender is then if they end up finding the tying goal anyway, we're going to struggle to try to get one back or to do anything in a shootout. I think we definitely don't want a red card. I think just the sub I'm going to make is like for like and then change our role a little bit. Just go to the ball-winning midfielder, which Busquets can play. Maybe I'll just change it this way. Basically invert our triangle here. Oh. Switch this to Limer. Likes to be that ball-winning midfielder, so we'll put him there on defend. Maybe put him on support, see if he can get a little bit further up, and then we'll change Busquets back to defensive midfielder. And Bergman Johansson switch into support, so play a little bit more defensive, but not go over the top with subs or anything like that. I think what we haven't looked at yet, I looked before playing, not honestly really thinking we were going to contribute to this, but Bayern and Dortmund were both in really good shape after their first leg, so potential that we can hold on here. We're going to have a surprise 3 German teams in the quarterfinals. And unless this is a terrible highlight for us, looks like we should have. I'm surprised we didn't let that play out, but that really wasn't what I expected starting this video. I was expecting this to be the end of our run to go along with being out of the German Cup and be talking about that we're going to have some headache keeping people happy the rest of the season with limited playing time, but really thrilled to get through to the quarterfinals, and we'll see next time what our draw looks like, but overall certainly can't complain about this. Was not expecting it when we got the draw against Inter, and especially 2-0 down coming in. So really thrilled with the outcome, and we'll see how we do in the quarters. Thanks, everyone.